Welcome back. Yahya Sinwar, one of the architects of the October 7th attacks, has been elevated as the new political leader of Hamas following the assassination of Ismail Haniyeh. The move is a sign of defiance from the terrorist organization and could further complicate ceasefire talks given Sinwar's hardline ideology. It comes as Israel and the entire region are on edge as it waits to see how and when Iran will retaliate in response to the assassinations of two prominent militants. The Biden administration is continuing its efforts to de-escalate tensions both behind the scenes and in public remarks. Joining me now is Courtney Kube, who is at her post at the Pentagon. So, Court, let's talk about the very latest. It's been a week since the strikes in Beirut and Lebanon on the militant leaders. What do you make of the fact that we haven't seen any retaliatory strikes yet? Are you anticipating them as the military?
I mean, there's still a widespread belief there will be some sort of a retaliatory action here by Iran. But you're right, it's been a week since we saw that assassination of Ismail Haniyeh in Tehran. We have seen many, at this point, public pronouncements from Iranian leaders saying that there will be some sort of a response. But I will say, Kristen, Iran does not always respond immediately. You can look back to when, you can look back to 2020. It was when the assassination of a leader in Iraq by the U.S. It was more than a week before Al-Assad Air Base was actually struck with missiles by Iran. You can look back to just April. It was days before Iran responded, firing off about 300 projectiles towards Israel. So it's not super surprising that they haven't responded yet, but we do expect something. The big question is, what could this look like? Everyone is pointing back to April when those projectiles were fired off. You remember, of course, Kristen, most of them were shot down. They were intercepted before they actually landed in Israel. It was a multi-country effort to do that. The question is, will we see something similar this time? And the reality is, we just don't know yet, Kristen.
Yeah, I mean, that leads me to my next question, Court, which is just how much insight does the Pentagon have at this point about Iran's military capabilities, about potential options that they're considering?
They know a lot about their capabilities, but the options may not be as clear in this case. So they know they have the ability to fire off drones and missiles, projectiles. They also know that they have a lot of control and influence over many of these militia groups in the region. We often call them Iranian-backed militia groups. The belief is that they could play a role here, according to U.S. officials, in some sort of a response. But again, the capabilities are known, but what exactly Iran has decided to do, or frankly, if they're still deciding how they want to respond here, I'm assuming there are people in this building who know a lot more than you and I do about this. But at this point, we really don't have a whole lot of fidelity about what this could look like. Again, everyone is pointing back to April, but it's not 100% clear that that's what this is going to look like again, Kristen.
Well, I know you will get the information first when it becomes available. Courtney, thank you. It's great to see you as always.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.